Good morning. Slept quite well. Actually, it's very peaceful here. I'm still getting used to the wild camping, but just because you're not, like, it's not an official campsite, and as tranquil as it looks, it's not an official campsite, so you're not sure how safe it is, but it was perfect. I mean, there's plenty of folk coming and going, but not much noise at all. So slept really well, and there's somebody here already starting to fish. As you can see, it's a beautiful spot. Somebody there down to start fishing as well. Even a boat moored in the river. That wasn't there last night before it got dark. Anyway, I'm going away to get organised and on the road. I'll speak soon. There was a praying mantis came into my van last night. It was harmless. It was quite impressive to look at, to be honest. He just wanted to hug into the light, maybe for heat, I think. I caught him and returned him outside. Poor fellow. That's what I was going to say. That's what I put the camera back on. You're quite far upriver, but it looks like it's tidal, because the level's dropped since yesterday. The water was coming up to here. It's down to there. I'm tempted to taste it to see if it's salty, but I don't know if that's a good idea. But yeah, looks like it's tidal. Oh, yeah, couldn't help myself. Stuck a finger in the water and tasted it, but it's not. Oops, you got the sun at me. It's not salty at all. It's fresh. So I wonder why it's tidal, because you're quite a distance inland. I'll have a look at this. Between leaving Mercedes now, that was a nice surprise. I liked it much more than I thought. I said that yesterday. Yeah, really nice town. The Rambla, the bit along the river was really nice, and the centre was fine. The main square was nice. And the place I stayed last night, as you know, it was really nice. So yeah, that was a nice surprise. Heading on to Fray Bentos now. I'm sure you've heard of that place. Working at the bridge. Right, there's my road to Fray Bentos. Let this traffic past. Fray Bentos. It's quite nice here in Fray Bentos. I already quite like Fray Bentos, and I've not even parked up yet. To come and see this later. Made it to Fray Bentos. I only found out this place a couple of years ago when I first started researching South America. I'd grown up thinking Fray Bentos was just a pie. But no, this is where they were made. And those buildings over the back. See the chimney in the building to the right, that's the old Fray Bentos factory. We'll be visiting that later on today. Fascinating. Lack of people. I mean, you can associate touristy places and cities with busy during the day, but in these places everyone comes out at night. And there's people out sitting in the shade. They're the sensible ones. This is interesting. Across the road it's a 360-degree theatre. 360-degree Teatro de Verano de Noche. Summer night theatre. You need to bring your own cushions though. Couldn't have set that through that for a performance. The streets are nice up here. These are the nicest streets I've seen since I got off the plane in Montevideo. The road in eastern side of Montevideo is really well to do. I guess some of this goes back to when the factory was open. It's a local cinema. It's still a cinema as well by the looks of things. Building as well. You can see all the films are American films. I imagine they're dubbed. I didn't want to pay to watch subtitles. There's Zootopia, Avatar, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. No, this is interesting. This is a monument to Justus von Liebig. It was presented on the centenary of Fray Bentos. He's known as the creator of the formula for meat extract, or oxo cubes as we would know. That was made here in Fray Bentos along with corned beef and then all the pies. Now there's an old Victorian style bandstand, so you can tell the British influence was quite strong here as well. Not as big as that one in Belgrano in Buenos Aires in my earlier video when there was loads of folk dancing. But it's a normal sized bandstand by British standards. So these plazas, they're not complete without a church on one side. Single tower one this time though, not as grand as the one in Mercedes. Yes, Mercedes was the city, so that was a cathedral. I don't really know how it works. Theatre building over here, a grand statue on the top. Another sign of what this place was like in its heyday. It's very good. Old railway station at Fray Bentos. Amazing. Guessing the railways, the lines came through here. Well, yeah, pretty obvious they did because there's the old lines on the road there. Another ancient truck. You see loads of these old trucks still on the road here. Right, so that's the railway line. They transported all the meat products from the factory. There you go. Left the Fray Bentos station. Must be something going on. There's a bike parked outside. Can never tell the place is so quiet this time of day. It's past parked there because some of the offices are still used in this old building. Don't know what it's for. They're not waiting on trains. I'm not sure exactly what that is either. I'm going to see if I can have a look. It says it's to do with the railway, but it looks like an old factory of some sort. Yeah, this dog. This dog came off a clap. Seems to be quite harmless. Some old relics of the railway. Getting a bit closer to this factory now. There's a dog, I'm guessing. I wonder if that's somebody's house. Looks like somebody might live there. Let's see if we can get around here anyway. The factory's a bit more imposing once you get close up. Station over in the background there. Tell if this factory is being used or not. The other end was pretty derelict, but down here there's some signs of like stuff being modern enough that it's still being used. So there, then this pipeline that leads out to a dock. Commercial shipping I've seen on the river, although Fray Bentos has always been a really important port even after the factory closed down. Step back in time. Some rusting railway wagons, a crane. I'm hoping I can get out this end. It's a fair old trek back if I can't. It's like a bridge. I'm guessing that was a indoor place where they would work on the trains. Oh, a turntable. Funny how these few cars just kind of part on and the rest off. There's down there where they could get underneath that as well, right enough. Oh, this would be an old workshop or something. Workshop. The wander in was really interesting, but it's not a through road. So I've got to walk all the way back. It's fine though. You win some, you lose some. It was worth it for the pictures and seeing the things I saw. Quite nice houses on this side and uninhabited stuff on the other. Kind of like buying an electric scooter. There's a bike coming past. Most folk here are on two wheels, although as you'll see there's still cars, still plenty of cars parked, but yeah, at this time of day it's mostly been two wheels. Plazoleta Los Immigrantes, which means a small square of immigrants to be very well cared for. To see what one of these plaques says. It's from the Polish embassy. This is the embassy. Recognising the Russian immigrants. Quiet area. These are another of these old houses on wheels. Wish I could tell how old they are. I'm sure they're comfortable enough inside. Just ancient. Mickey Mouse getting ripped off again. There's a few other fairy tale characters getting ripped off down there too. Oh, old style swings. Railway yard down there, I got to the their own club and thought, oh, this is as far as I go, because it looked like a compound, a fenced off compound. But look, there's the open gate and the stairs. Would have got me up, saved me a walk. That said, it's never a wasted journey, there's always something to see. Name the flags. This one's, I think that one's Cuba, and that one's Cuba. That's Colombia. This one's Chile. It's Venezuela, even though it's not been unfurled. Let's see. Yep, that's Venezuela. I think this is Panama, or it could be Panama. Paraguay's got a badge in them. No, this is Panama. This is Panama. That could be a logo flag. That's Peru. Oh right, they've not got the badges in the middle, so maybe that is Panama. Maybe that'll be Peru. That's Mexico. Is that Honduras? El Salvador. Don't know what that is. That could be, no, it's not sure who that is. This is Bolivia. Well, that's Ecuador. That's maybe Bolivia there. I guess Paraguay. Brazil. I'm not sure who these last ones are. We head back to the van, and I'm going to go along to the famous factory next. There's a tour at 3, so if we get parked up here, we nosy around. I was going to do some shopping, but I was looking at my first stop in Argentina. It's not far over the bridge, and there's a huge Carrefour there, so I think I'll just wait to get to Argentina. I think I'll be quite, I think it's slightly cheaper there anyway. Well, there's an old Beetle. There's been plenty of them in South America. They used to, yep, sounds like an original as well, doesn't it? Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, aye, the Carrefour in Argentina. Yeah, hopefully the prices will be a bit cheaper as well than Uruguay. Uruguay is expensive. I don't know what to make of Fray Bentos, the town itself. It's fairly typical of the places I've stopped at in Uruguay outside Montevideo. There's signs of wealth and signs of its industrial past, as you can see there. But I remember when I was first travelling, backpacking in my 20s, certainly in Europe, it was every second place. I seemed to like a place, then I got to another place, that wasn't so good, and then I got to another place and I really liked that. And this cycle continued. There's no rationality behind that, there's no logic behind that, why it should be like that. But I really like Mercedes, so it follows that Fray Bentos might not be so good. But having said that, the walk around earlier was really good. I think we're kind of seeing streets we've all seen before now, quaint as they are. The tree-lined avenues. We'll go down here. Oh, that's an old building. Yeah, I quite like the older stuff, the semi-derelict stuff. It's got its character. It kind of takes you back to another time. So let's see where this takes us. What's this? Corseteria and bikinis. Well, it's an interesting building over there. It's like a supermarket, bakery. Getting down near the factory complex now. That's the football team, CA Anglo, named after the factory. this is the grounds of the old factory. I need to find out if I can get parked. Ah, there we go. I heard the car park was quite small, but if you went straight on and parked between the two big buildings, you'd get parked. Oh, there we go. Find where to buy the tickets. It wasn't blindingly obvious, but then there was a sign at the bottom there that I walked past. It's not in your face obvious, but yeah, I missed it. So apparently you buy your tickets down here, and there should be a tour, hopefully in English, at 3.
The farm area and the animals. We have today, the way 4 cows per person, so we have almost 12 million cows and just 3 million population. So he started with the Cure Meat Company, but in the same year when he started with the Hiran Company in Germany, Justus von Liebig, that person of the picture, he was the chemist who created the formula of the meat that
Yes.
The Liebig idea was try to bring the option for all that people that can have access to the fresh beef every day with a new product that just provide the meat protein. The Liebig formula demands 32 kilos of meat just to make 1 kilo extra.
It's a cow with 2 heads, preserved. Macabre. So this is part of the museum. The guy's going to show me some other stuff later. There we go. I think this was... I don't know why this was for different markets. Not the British market. Different brand. Machinery. I'm not going to guess what it was for, because after all this was industrial killing, even if it was just animals. Some more brands I'm not sure. I'm not saying that was it for the slaughter. That could have been just for the canning process and things like that. Oh, what walks on? Fray Bentos. Chimney. There we go, turkey and ham pie. There we go, there's the pies. So here's all the, this is all the pies that we recognise, but did you know, you still obviously get Fray Bentos pies in Scotland, but did you know that it was Baxter's that took over the production? They took over the brand in the UK, and they now produce Fray Bentos pies. Baxter's of Speyside. Mind blown. Now this could be the There's a story of a tank in the First World War. They called the tank Fray Bentos because they felt like they were meat in a can. They actually survived and won a medal or something as well. You can look it up. But yeah, the Fray Bentos tank. I'm assuming that's a replica. I don't know, might have been a bit that survived and they brought over. Nah. No, it's not. It's a replica, it's made of wood. Tins of corned beef would go in the oven to get heat treated before getting labelled and sent away. Yeah, interesting. This was the power station. Powered freezers next door. It powered the nearby neighbourhoods, and saw that Fray Bentos got electricity and electric power, including lighting. You might have heard the guy earlier. They were the first in Uruguay to get all that. Like, was it years before Montevideo got it? Amazing. And the guy's just away and left me to wander around. It's incredible. It's funny being in a place where you get so much time to yourself. Like, it's just a lot of people. But he just said that the population of Uruguay is only about 3 million or something. That's like even less than Scotland. It's a bigger country, right enough. Yeah, not densely populated at all. They were just in interviewing a guy. He must have worked here. He was saying he made literally 8 cents an hour or something. He says the factory was big, it made a lot of money, but the workers were exploited. Totally exploited. Sounds very familiar. Happens the world over. Yeah.
Y la persona más interesante para mí fue el
So this was the canning plant. Slaughterhouse, and they've put on sound effects as well to let you hear kind of what the sound would have been like when it was all going. This is an interesting touch, that's for sure. The cows came in here. They were hit over the head and then their throats were cut apparently, and then the butchery process began. Hung up on those lines I think and then moved around. The channels for the waste. I wouldn't have liked to have worked here, I don't think, but then I hate Fray Bentos products, so you can't deny it. You've got to accept it as well. I thought these were visitors' toilets. I thought these were visitors' toilets, but they're clearly original factory toilets. As you can tell as we go in. The Scottish football ground in the 70s. It's the museum. I'm going to have a wee wander around. So you can just see what else there is to see. You are allowed to wander freely, although they close at 5 and it's now 4, so I don't know if that long. Should be long enough though. So, that was the tour around the Fray Bentos factory. Or as you can probably see behind me, they just called it the Anglo. Because that was the part of the name of the company. I'll maybe type it out below for the full name, but they called it Anglo for short. That was fascinating. I'm glad I did it. It's more than just a pie, isn't it, Fray Bentos?